Welcome back to Serbia.
Thank you.
So, as I remember last time when I saw you, you were actually asking us to bring you back here.
And you did, so thank you very much.
What are we expecting tonight? What has changed in the meantime? We saw you 2 years ago.
Well, since we were last here, we've been writing a new album. We have an album worth of new songs. We'll probably play a few of them tonight, because I think probably people are curious to hear what we have been up to. But I think we'll play some of the old hits as well that people expect to hear as well.
Are you happy to see the Raveonettes and the Cypress Hill tonight?
Yeah, well, I've never seen Cypress Hill before, but we played at the Raveonettes when we were starting. You know, we played a few festivals together, so it's been good to see them again. But Cypress Hill, you know, I loved them when I was a wee guy. I thought they were a great band. Never seen them before, so I'm looking forward to that.
Sune?
Yes.
I don't want you to feel neglected here. So this is your first time in Serbia.
Yes.
And what have you been doing in the last 24 hours? Have you seen the city?
Yeah. We went to all the river boats last night and partied to all the boats.
It's such a cliche.
But you know, hey, that's all there was to do.
Okay, so what's the audience to expect from you tonight?
Well, we have a very different setup tonight because Sharon, who's in the band, she's pregnant and she's bedridden actually, so she's not allowed to travel. So we're actually playing with Sharon's sister tonight.
Does she really look like Sharon?
Yeah, she's just 10 years younger, that's the only difference.
Okay, Alex, now you've been playing in pubs in the last 1 month, right?
Yeah, we've been on a tour around much smaller venues in the UK, from between about 150 people and 300 people, that sort of size, because, you know, we started off as a very raw rock and roll band, and it's those kind of gigs where the audience is right in front of you that tighten you up and make you the sharpest kind of band you could possibly be. And you really feel it when you play in a room like this as well, having come from playing those smaller gigs you are. It's like your reflexes are much tighter and you perform much better as a band, I think. And also it's good to smell the sweat of the audience a bit closer.
Obviously making noise popular.
I don't know. Well, I think the most important part of the music is to make it really melodic, and I think, you know, you can add noise in there for effect, so to speak. You know, it's sometimes instead of playing a guitar solo, you can, you know, do a noise solo instead, and it sounds interesting most of the time. But I think it's big. You know, our music is just, I think, very melodic, and I think that's why people like it.
Can you describe the music from the third album? What's the difference between the first two albums and the third?
Tempo is probably one of them. Our second album was extremely up-tempo. We just come off tour and we had too much adrenaline running through our veins, so everything was about 150 BPM. This one's a little slower, but probably heavier as a result. I'm terrible at describing my own music. That's why you guys have got jobs, you know. So we'll play 5 songs tonight, and then you can describe it. Okay. But yeah, it's, you know, there are some changes. I think we were thinking more about the dance floor again, and I'd say the odd synthesizer has come to the fore a little bit more, and maybe leading with the kick drum a little more as well. So, but yeah, you'll have a chance to see tonight.
I have another question for Alex. The reason for your tour, I suppose, is to test the new songs to the audience, to see how the crowd reacts.
I'd never describe a gig as a test, you know, like we like gigging because we're a band and we like playing rock and roll shows. And no, I don't think any gig is ever a test. It's because we're excited to play new songs to people. And that's why we've been doing this tour around the UK, because, you know, new tunes, old tunes, people get off on it, and that's why we're here.
Okay, maybe that wasn't the best word to describe it, but how important for you is to see the reaction of the crowd
Yeah,
before
no,
the new
sorry, yeah,
record?
I understand. No, it's very important for us. It does inform us as well, the way that we make our record, because although we've recorded, we haven't finished the mixing yet, and there may be the odd change that we'd make here and there. And I don't think any band or any audience really understands the songs until they've been performed live. You know, we know. It's funny, like sometimes you do a song and you think it's a masterpiece, then you get to the middle eight and the audience just kind of goes, and you know that's not a good one. Then another song you think, oh, that's all right, but then there's some part of it that really moves the audience, and yeah, you can't understand these things until you perform them live. I'm sure sooner it's